Hi everyone, and welcome to my unboxing for April 2020. So just give me 1 second to get set up and we will get started. Try to get a little more light in here. Okay, there we go. Now we can see. So it looks like we've got some people watching with us. Hello, everybody. I've also got my computer out, so if you want to say hello, you can. So I see that it looks like Camille has said hello. So let me know if you've received your kit in the comments. I'm really excited for this kit. I think it's going to be a fun one to have, especially the stamps. It's always good to have stamps that have family relationships on them, like mother, father, sister, brother kind of thing. So I kind of opened it up a little bit already so that I could take a picture of the kit for this live video. I just received it in my mailbox like 10 minutes ago, so I'm really excited for that. All right, so it looks like a couple people are saying hello. We've got Debbie, Pat, and Karen. And Debbie doesn't have her kit yet, so she's really excited to see what comes in the kit. On another note, if you comment on this video, I will give away a 1-month subscription to Paper Pumpkin to one person. So make sure to comment and share it with friends so that they can also be entered in to get the 1-month Paper Pumpkin kit. So, and then make sure to come back to your comment to see if you've won. And I'm going to select the winner on May 1st. And I've had a couple people miss out on their kits because they never responded back to me. So make sure to look at your comments to see if you are going to be the winner or not. So that's fun. Okay, so let me grab my scissors and a couple other tools that I like to craft with, and I will be right back. Okay, lots of people on watching with us. That's really great. We've got almost 30 people. Patsy says she's been thinking of trying a paper pumpkin kit. Definitely, Patsy. So I will leave a link once this video is over. I will put in the description box of this video a link so that you can give it a try. So if you aren't my winner and you still would like to give it a try, then definitely click on that link and sign up. They are so fun. Let's see if anybody else. Everyone's saying hello. Oh, April was her first month to get the kit. So that's really fun too. Just as a side note, if you are one of my Paper Pumpkin customers, I always send out an extra exclusive kit that's created by me to my Paper Pumpkin customers. So if you are interested in that, then contact me and we can get you switched over so that you can get that exclusive kit from me. And it includes all your paper and accessories to create 2 cards of one design. So that's always fun. And it usually only requires your stamp set from the kit. So it's a way that you can use your stamp set after you've used up all your supplies from the kit. Okay, so here are the pre-made cards that this kit is supposed to make. It looks like they maybe have some fun folds. I love the tree stamp. I love that it's large. So let's go ahead and look at that tree stamp. Grab this white paper. So here's the stamp. So it's really a large image, which I love. And then you have the tree trunk, and that could probably even be used as another type of image. So as we play around with it and get creative, we could probably use that in a fun way. So we've got a happy Mother's Day. We have mom. Looks like we have some little butterflies. We have sun, a little leaf image. And then if we flip it over, we've got I'm glad you are my family. And then sister, daughter, brother, to my wonderful dad, happy Father's Day, family, where life begins and love never ends. That's cute. And I will always be here for you. So some really good images and greetings, especially that go along with this kit. Okay, looks like we've got a little bit of ribbon. Definitely did not go overboard on that ribbon. And we've got our little insert that talks about Maze Kit, which is really exciting. So Maze Kit is going to include some of the new in colors for 2020, 2022. So they're not showing us those yet, but I think in the next week or so, they're going to be coming out with those colors. So if you aren't a subscriber, then this would be a really fun one for you to get because you will have some of those new in colors in your box. So this box also includes the Pear Pizzazz ink spot. And looks like we got some accessories. They're like a yellow, like curry. What is that color? Why can't I think of it? Crushed curry, yeah. Crushed curry. And then we've got like a light green kind of Pear Pizzazz or maybe pool party color. Okay. Let me just look at the comments really quick. Excuse me. All right. Okay. So some adhesive, we have our envelopes, and they've got a nice pattern on that flap. Too bad they don't have the pattern on the inside. If you watch lots of my videos, you know I like to cut my envelopes apart and use those when they have the design on the inside. And then we've got some paper that has some writing on it, and it says, "Life's greatest blessings begin and end with family. It is in families that we learn to love, teach what is most important, and grow together in love and laughter. Grateful for you, happy to be yours." So we have 4 of those. So that's a really nice sentiment. It's pretty. And then we've got some card bases here. So this one does have a fun fold. So you can see that we're going to be folding that differently than normal. So we've got 4 of those. And then some die cuts, butterflies and birds. And then our labels. And then another fun fold card here. So this one, the front has some flowers on it, and then the bottom flap folds up and it has that, that's that spruce, shaded spruce it looks like, green. So those 4 of those, so those will be fun to play with. And then we've got some die cuts that are leaves. I don't know if you can see that. So they're kind of a leaf shape with some embossing on them, which is really pretty. So that will be fun. And then some different shaped labels. I don't know if you can see that very well. Let's see if I can get some shadow and light on that. And then some tree trunks to go with our leaves. Okay. All right, so in this unboxing video, I like to make one of the pre-made designs. So we just go through the steps on how to create these cards. And then make sure to continue to watch Monday through Friday of next week, because I share alternative ideas on things you can do with this kit to get more out of your kit, as well as to be creative and get some more ideas on how to use the kit. So I like to post every day for Paper Pumpkin Week. So check back and visit my YouTube channel in the next coming week. All right, so let's go ahead and open and see what steps we're supposed to do. So, so this leaf stamp is a double stamp. So it looks like we stamp it on the left and then flip it and stamp it on the right to make a larger tree image. So that's good to know. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my larger ink pad of my Pear Pizzazz, as well as a couple clear blocks for my stamps. So give me just 1 second. To answer Karen's question, it does make 8 cards. So it has 2 designs of 4 cards each. All right, I grabbed a couple blocks. So this is a clever way. That's a clever way for them to get a large image and still be able to, oops, sorry for the noise, still be able to get it to fit on that clear block that they provide in your first kit. So pretty clever. Okay, so we're going to start with this flower one, I think they said. So it says, starting on the right side, stamp tree foliage by aligning the largest flower shape in the foliage stamp with the same flower shape pre-printed on the card base, and then repeat on the left. Oh, I see. Okay. So, but do the other ones line up? Yeah, I guess they do. So we're supposed to stamp on top of that. Maybe that will give us like a darker image. So I don't know if you can see that. My block's kind of dirty. I'll take it off the block so you can see. So when you are doing this, you want to line up that center flower, and it looks like the other leaves as well on that right side with those pre-printed flowers. So let me get closer and see if you can see those. Okay, so you can see that there's some pre-printed flowers, and I've lined and matched those flowers up with my stamp. So if you have a Stamparatus, this might be a really good project to do that with, because you could line your card up and then line this where you want it and stamp all your cards at one time, if that's your plan, is to, use all your cards for this. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that back up with my clear block. Okay. Okay, so it says, for the love of Mike commented that her kit shows that it will arrive today. So that will be really fun for you to make. And you loved this kit. No, March. This is April. Who knows what month it is, right? So you loved March kit. I know I did too. That was a really great one. If the refill would have been available, if it was available, then we would have known earlier and it would have sold out because everyone loved it. And a die set would be amazing. That's a great idea. I will let Stampin' Up! Know, because I have friends that work there. I'll let them know that people are interested in maybe die sets that coordinate with their paper pumpkin kit. That's a really, really good idea. Debbie, you say that it's not just a Mother's Day and Father's Day kit. Yeah, you're right, because some parents aren't still around. So I agree with you. It's good that it coordinates for all family members. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Debbie. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and stamp. Okay, so I live in Colorado. We were living, oh, and I forgot hold on. So it's so hard to stamp and visit with all of you, but it's nice to be able to be live. But I was living in Utah. We just recently moved about 6 months ago. So I have a lot of Stampin' Up! Friends and oh, this is even more difficult now that my ink is on there. So definitely, if you have a Stamparatus, definitely use it. Okay, so I did it on the right. It looks okay. It's not perfect. And then we're going to do on the left. Now, I'm not sure why we're covering up these cute flowers, honestly. But, okay. Maybe it's just to help us position it so that we get the tree to come together. Not sure. Okay, so there's my tree. So it isn't perfect. I can see a little bit of the light green that's kind of peeking out in some areas, which I'm okay with. It kind of gives a little bit of a shadow there. Yeah, that's a little bit confusing. Oh, I don't know why I'm closing that. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. So it says stamp sentiments on pre-cut labels. Apply adhesive dots to front side of Z fold card, then adhere scripted panel. Oh, so the panel. Oh, that's for the other card. Okay. Adhere die cut pieces using adhesive dots. Let's just do this card. Okay. So down here it says adhere die cut pieces using adhesive dots and dimensionals. Layer 5 inches piece of ribbon behind the label on the leaf spring card. Okay, let's just look at the picture. Okay, so we've got the sentiment on the light green. Goes with this card, so let's grab that. And they're using the longer family. So the family where life begins and love never ends. That's going on here. And I've got another block. And then I'm just going to center that in the middle. And we will need the yellow strip for this card as well, and one tree trunk. Okay. As well as some birds. So I'm going to go ahead and close this so I don't accidentally stick something in it. And grab my bone folder. Okay, so just go ahead and fold that up. The confusing part here is, where do we adhere the trunk? I'm guessing probably to the main card and not the flap. And then that kind of holds the flap down so that it closes. But let's just double check what they say. So I'm not seeing it specifically specified where we adhere it. So that's my guess, is let's go ahead and just adhere it to this white paper, and then we're going to leave this so that it can open and close, and that be our flap. And then we're going to do the same thing here with our greeting. We're going to have to adhere that to our white and leave this open so that it can open the card. So I'm going to use those glue dots, and I love using my pickup tool with glue dots, especially the ones that come in the kit, because they're kind of tough to pick up. Sorry, I'm like moving all around. And so what I use is I use that sticky side and I just slip it underneath or on the side of the glue dot, and then it just comes right off and I can easily apply it to where I want instead of trying to like get my fingernail under there and everything. All right, so kind of measure when you do this, measure how far down your glue dots should be so that you don't get it into that space where it needs to open. And then you can even use your tool to pull these papers off. On the other side, there's this nice pointy edge, and you can use that to take off the paper flat. Okay, so go ahead and adhere that. I'm just adhering it so that the base of those branches are at the base of the tree. So you can see that. Okay. Next, it looks like we can go ahead and put this on top, and I think I'm going to go ahead and adhere that just right to the bottom of that white strip. And I'm going to use the dimensionals that come in the kit. Okay. So I'm just centering that on my card, just at the base of that white piece. And then this will just go right on top of that. And because this will be bumped a lot, I'm going to use some liquid glue. It's just going to be part of the flap that keeps it closed. And so I just want to make sure it doesn't come off when people are opening and closing the card. So that's going right there. Yeah. Okay. And then it looks like one of the last things would just embellish it with a couple birds and some yellow pearls. And I'm sure these are popped up with dimensionals. I'm just going to cut this one in half. Do you guys ever do that? Trim down your dimensionals. It's just a little bit too fat for these birds, in my opinion. Okay. So to follow along with their design, they've got the birds just sitting in these little branches, maybe. Oh, I haven't taken that off. Oh, there are two directions. So I grabbed two birds that were going the same direction, and I should be grabbing one that goes the other direction. So let's do that again. Oh, and that just came off. There we go. Okay, so we've got two birds. They're facing each other. And then we'll add these pearls. And it looks like they've added them to a lot of these centers. I'm just going to do a couple, probably 3 or so, to the center of the bigger flowers. So these 3 flowers or leaves, excuse me, that are in the middle, I've put those in the center. And our card is all done. So I think I need to score that a little bit more so it stays flat. What do you guys think? There's a possibility that we could probably bring this yellow piece down. Let's see if we can pull that off gently. That might help it stay in the card. Keep the card closed is what I'm trying to say. So I'm just kind of carefully removing the dimensionals. And then if we bring it down just slightly so that it's covering that green just a little bit, I think that will also help keep that card closed slightly. Okay, so that card is really cute. I like how simple it is. It's a little bit technical with the different fold, but we can kind of figure that out once we start playing with it. So I really love that. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to this second card. So we've got our card base. So I think this is more like a Z fold card, maybe. So we've got the pattern that isn't, oh, I think it's folded like this. So it comes folded this direction, but I think we need to refold it this direction. So score it and then fold this part back on itself, and that makes it the Z fold card. So you can see how we get that pattern on the front instead of the back. So flip the card around and then rescore and then fold this back. And then we're supposed to add one of the greetings with this nice sentiment on the front. And we could use, you could use the glue dots just to make things a little faster. I'm going to use the liquid glue. There it is. And remember, when you are doing this, you're only placing it on half of that greeting. So don't go all over with your adhesive. You want it only on half of it. And then center it so that you're about even on top and bottom and left and right. Okay. And then, sorry, I'm just kind of looking at both the instructions and the picture at the same time. So then we can go ahead and add one of these large leaf images to the front. And it says we can use dimensionals for this if we want. Okay. All right, almost done here. Oh, you guys are talking about the instructions. Yeah, they do need to be a little more detailed, especially for this one. I'm not exactly sure why they don't have more detail about how the cards fold and close and stuff. So, okay, so let's go ahead and add some dimensionals to the back of these leaves. I'm just going to use that half one on that skinny one. I think I'll just do a dimensional for each leaf just so that it's adhered. Oh, to my finger. Okay, so when you guys are working on your kits, remember to leave a couple things not made so that you can come back and visit my channel next week when I'm coming up with when I show some of my alternative ideas. So just leave maybe one card unmade so you can make some other fun things with them. So this looks like it kind of, this leaf here points upward. So we kind of get the right direction. Then the only thing we need to stamp for this card is a greeting, and they've got it on this label that's kind of elongated. But really, we could use any label. They've given us lots of different shapes. And this one says, "I'll always be here for you." So that's a nice greeting. Oh, and I took my label with me. There it is. Oh, Shelley, thank you. That's nice of you to say that you like my alternative ideas. I really enjoy coming up with them. I think it's a really fun challenge to use the kit in a different way to get some fun things. Okay, so here they have used some of the ribbon, and it looks like they have it on a fold. So they've got, I think they said 5 inches of ribbon. Yeah. And then they fold it on itself and have it underneath the greeting. And it's at a slight angle, the edge. So something like this. I'm going to make the other edge an angle as well. Okay. And then that sits underneath like that. I like how they've added that little bit of, what is that, like a, I'm not sure what color that is. Rococo Rose, maybe? Oh, Melon Mambo. It's muted a little bit. Maybe it's not. So I like that little bit of pink in there. That's pretty. I am going to use Snail for this. I think it will do a better job of holding that ribbon together. Oh. Okay. So I've kind of offset the ribbon slightly so that I can get both on the adhesive. Give this one more of an angle. Okay. So then this gets added probably with some dimensionals. And then we'll just put this to the right. So I have a dimensional sitting here on the leaf, and so I'm going to try to squeeze this between, yeah, so that my dimensionals here don't make that, don't like one sits on top of that dimensional, if that makes sense. So that I don't have like too much going on and have it be too thick. And then the last thing is a butterfly. And that is just sitting up here above the greeting. And I'm going to put another dimensional. I'm going to cut one in half like before and stick that in the center of the butterfly. And then I'm going to just kind of curl those wings up slightly, just to give it a little dimension. And then adhere it between the leaf and the greeting right there. Okay. And then last thing they're showing are the pearls. So I'm going to take my pickup tool and just place those around. They've got one up here and one down here, and then one down near the bottom of the greeting, like that. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed putting these cards together with me today. And again, if you'd like to be entered in for the drawing giveaway, I'm giving away one month subscription to Paper Pumpkin, and I will choose the winner on May 1st, and I will just comment to your comment on this video. So just to be entered, you just need to comment on this video, letting me know that you like it or that you're here. You can just say hello. I appreciate everyone stopping by and watching this with me, and come back next week for my Paper Pumpkin week, where I show you how to create some alternative projects using the things from the kit. Thanks for coming by. Have a creative day. Bye.